Hey, we're live.
Hey guys,
Hey,
I'm Alex.
I'm May.
Marco here.
Yes, and today we're going to pick up actually as a continuation from last week's story. Today's show is going to be entitled Crypto is Dead and Long Live Crypto. And what do we mean by that? Well, we're going to get into it. But just to fill you in on last week's conversation, I'm going to paraphrase, is last week we touched on Binance and FTX and the whole melodrama surrounding them. And at that time, it was only kind of the beginning of the storm. And we were discussing how Binance dumped all their position in FTT, and then there's a discussion there. But as it turns out, the drama continues. I mean, who needs Netflix when we have this going on in real life, right? So I'm going to hand it off over to Marco. Marco, if you could give us even a better recap than what I've given you,
Mm,
the audience, and then we would also be able to develop from there, and let's see where this goes.
yeah, no problem. I think it's a crazy week to say the least. If our listener remember on the November 7th, we knew that Binance CEO ZZ, uh, at least he was speculating there was some kind of Ponzi scheme of Alameda and FTX. So yeah, so he started to announce that he's going to dump all his position in FTT. Um, and then, as it turns out, on the very same day, uh, people were withdrawing like crazy when they find out that ZZ is dumping FTT. So apparently, there was said that 6 billion US dollars of withdrawal, or 6 billion US dollars equivalent of cryptocurrency that was withdrawn within one day from FTX. So of course, FTX liquidity was down, and um, and obviously FTX didn't do a one-to-one back of all the asset they hold in custody for their clients. So yeah, they have a big liquidity issue on November 7th. And then funny thing is that on November 8th, ZZ announced that he would buy FTX, depending on the due diligence of the company. So at that point, we were kind of guessing that, okay, maybe Binance will get FTX for a very low price if it's not free, because all it needs to do is to pump like a lot of liquidity into FTX. However, on the very next day after the announcement, ZZ said he's not buying FTX because of the misuse of uh, user deposit in the regulator agent investigation in FTX, and Binance doesn't want any part of that. So we come to a point where we all think FTX is going bankrupt, but then Sam Bankman-Fried still come out and said we can work through this, and there are various stories with like Justin Sun trying to buy FTX, but it didn't work out. So on November 11th, which is a Friday, FTX filed bankruptcy, and then on November 12th, this is getting even more interesting. There was a hack inside FTX. So all people on Saturday who log into FTX, supposedly they were at risk for being hacked of their e-wallet, and then allegedly, as a result, something like 400 millions of equivalent of crypto was being stolen because of this hack. So it was like FTX filed bankruptcy, and there was a hack stealing other people's wallet. Um, and on top of that, that is not the end of it, right? On top of that, on the November 12th, later on November 12th, there was a report that Sam Bankman-Fried, Gary Wang, which is the co-founder and the director of engineering, um, and also Caroline Ellison, which is the CEO of Alameda, was trying to fly to Dubai where the US government doesn't have any extradition treaties, so they cannot be sent back to the US for trial, but got caught at the airport in Bahama. So right now they're in, Bahamian police custody, waiting to be, expedited back to the US for trial. So it's a crazy week if you think about it, from where we were last Tuesday guessing that FTX is going bankrupt, and then to the point where now Sam Bankman-Fried and his gang is being arrested, and yeah, and a bunch of people uh, have their money stuck in FTX and couldn't get it out.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's a
And
mouthful. Hopefully, you guys follow what I'm saying. If not, just leave us a comment. I will explain.
okay. And yesterday, Sam tweeted, "What?" Just that one word, "What?" And one, what? And then second tweet, edge. One letter, second, edge. And Peter was just like, "What is going on?" It's like it's been viral, like he's on Twitter and he communicates a lot, and even after everything, he's still tweeted that, and people trying to understand what does that mean. But I'm not going to look into the word "what" and try to understand what is going on. But anyway, the drama goes on.